Hello everyone, I'm sorry to be a few minutes late. I got stuck behind a vehicle that was driven by someone who drives like my mom. Maybe y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah. And it's also like really rainy here. We've got apparently some like hurricane coming up, and it's causing some issues with that. So I'm here. I am going to try to find this video of me. Even I can't find them sometimes. If you're hopping on live with me, please say hi so I know who's here. I really do, Yodit. It drives me crazy. It's because I live in a more rural area. A little, not like quite out in the country, but like on the edge. And there's a lot of like literally I'll get stuck behind like tractors going down the road. It's yeah, so oh wow, I didn't know that, Michelle. I don't watch the news, so that's probably why I didn't know. I just knew it was raining. Hopefully Karma can do the everyone tag. Hi Bianca! I see that people are hopping on, but I have to see comments on my computer still because this is like the thing. Let me see if I can put this over into the event. And then that's all I can do, right? That's the best I've got. I can tell with the weather, I'm a little bit like, my allergies try to act up, but I'm actually doing well this year. At a post, we are live. All right, perfect. So tell me, how's everybody feeling as we wait for people to find this? Because, you know, how is everyone feeling with the energy? How's everyone kind of handling that coming off that lunar eclipse? I've heard a lot of people say that they felt like great and like really energized and like awesome and like things shifting and activating. For me personally, I have felt a much deeper connection with my gifts, really like a lot easier for me to tune in and see things, for me to receive messages. Like I did some energy healing for one of my clients earlier this week, and like we were both like, what is happening? Like it was like off the charts, like amazing. So yeah, so that's been for us, but I know a lot of other people also were struggling, right? They were having a hard time. It was feeling very dense. It was feeling, I'm having a hard time with my light. Oh, might not work anymore. What is going on with, so the energy has been dense. I don't like how dark I am. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get a new light. And I keep thinking, oh, I fixed it. And then apparently I'm wrong. Hang on. Okay. Don't touch it. Okay. Awesome. Fatigue, irritability. You know, I will never forget when I first started my awakening. And there was my natal moon is Cancer. And so there was a Cancer full moon eclipse. And I thought I was dying. Like I literally, my whole body hurt. I could not get up. I could not get out of bed. Like I was just, it was awful. I felt like I had a really, really bad bout of the flu without like the cough and the fever. I was just like, why does my whole body hurt? I have no energy. This is awful. It was terrible. So it's definitely going to be different for everyone, right? All right, awesome. So Karma's here finding, okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and start jumping in to what we're going to do today. So before we start, I would love for everyone to share with me an intention. We're going to kind of use the 1111 to like make a wish, right? So it's like kind of that thing people say when you see 1111, like make a wish, make a wish. So we've got the 1111 portal open, and we're going to set an intention today for that wish, right? Like something that we want to call in, something that we're wanting to create in our reality, something that we have been working to manifest. So share with me what that wish would be, what that intention that we're going to call in that you guys want to fuel energy behind today with this collective energy. Because the more people who are here live with us, the more that we're calling in this power, this essence, and the energy, the more amplification is going to happen for every single one. So it's kind of like for those that like to work a lot with, I call it earth magic, or people refer to it as witchcraft, but I say earth magic. And those that work in that, you know that the more that are together, the more that are involved with the spell, the more powerful and amplified it is, right? Because we're able to call that energy in through us and bring more power to it. So for us to come together in this space and be able to call this energy up and in, it's going to amplify for everyone who's on here. So thank you for joining and thank you for being here. So I've seen a lot of financial freedom, lead with my intuition. Awesome. What are the other intentions that we're dropping today? I'd like to know financial abundance with less work, more ease and purpose. Yes, Amelia, you're wanting that like nourished life, feeling more fulfilled in that way. Ooh, they're coming through fast. Loans, debt erased. Figure out the next career choice. Perfect, Cassandra. I missed yours, Bianca. Financial freedom through your successful business. Iveta, awesome, perfect. Clarity in my light work magic with the stronger and clearer. Everything else will fall into place. Absolutely, Joel, it will. Increase success in my current business. Love it. Yes. So lots of business, lots of financial, lots of support energy. So I think that that's kind of what we're going to set the intention of this energy healing session is going to be pertaining to that kind of like masculine support, really, because I've talked about this before, right? That money is masculine. So when we're able to kind of heal our relationship with the masculine energy, we're able to have a deeper, more meaningful connection with our money, right? So yeah, more with money, business flow, money. Okay, awesome. So we're going to connect into that. And I don't want to just say it's going to be about money, because money is just like an energetic representation of feeling supported, right? So we're going to focus on that feeling safe and really allowing the universe to support us as women, especially women who are healing their witch's wound. You know, that energy of feeling supported struggles, right? We don't feel very supported because in the past we have been persecuted. We have not been able to rely on someone because of the betrayal that resulted in a deeply traumatic persecution and death. Let's be real. Torture and death. So it's not an easy thing to just be like, okay, cool, let me just, allow myself to be supported now, and just forget all about that. That's imprinted in our body. That's been stamped. It's like when that happened, even though it wasn't in this physical body, it imprinted with our soul into that moment. And then when the soul comes into a new body, it's like pop, and it goes back into that DNA coding, and it gives us the opportunity to heal that, right? It gives us the opportunity to elevate and move through that. I talk about this a lot, but as we have people on here, it's a very important message that we understand our purpose here as human beings is to grow and expand. Period. That's our soul's purpose. We are part of a living organism that is the universe, and that universal organism is constantly growing and expanding, just like we see with trees, vines. You know, if something has the correct environment, it will just grow and thrive, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to create and be part of that expansion, that universal growth and expansion. So that's going to look and feel very different to every single one of us. And we're going to have agreed to create and align with experiences that are going to allow us the most growth and expansion. So I do want to give just those loving words to let you know you're not failing, you're not doing anything wrong, you're not like off course somehow, like you're growing and expanding. So therefore you're fulfilling your soul's imprint and blueprint destiny, okay? So allow yourself that. Allow yourself that knowledge. Say, I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm constantly in this. You know, that it's never going to end, right? We talk about this with my one-to-one clients. They're like, more. And I'm like, it never ends. It never ends. Okay. We're constantly expanding, and we will never outgrow our container. We never, like, we'll never be able to do that because we're fully and expansive. Okay. The universe is completely, fully infinite. So there's no like becoming too big. Always keep striving, because that's going to bring that soul fulfillment. That's what's going to bring that satisfaction in your heart and in that belly gut, where it's like, oh God, this feels so good. Feeling very nourished, very satisfied, very happy. Okay. So we're going to focus that nourishment on the essence and energy of feeling supported and satisfied in our situation. So let's go ahead and start. What we're going to do is I'm going to ask if everyone can, if you're sitting, please put both feet flat. And if you're able to, you can close your eyes. I have a blindfold, but I usually do it with my one-to-one clients when I'm on Zoom, but now I'm like, I don't know. It's like feeling like 11 on Stranger Things. I can still see. It's just harder with the light. All right. And let's just kind of tune in for a second into our heart. And take a few deep breaths. Just connect. Hear it, feel it. Our heart is such a powerful physical tool for us to use for energy healing, because the heart is what sends the blood through every single square inch of our body. And it meets with like everything, right? The blood goes everywhere. That's how we get nourishment into our cells. So the heart's kind of like that internal hub that knows everything that's going on in the body, knows what it needs, knows where to send more nourishment and blood. And it can do the same with the energy. So we want to connect in there and allow that to just be a part of us. Okay, we're going to ground. So we'll just do it quickly. We're going to imagine a light opening from the top of our head. We've got divine white light pouring into that opening and just kind of flowing down into the third eye, down to the throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root. And then watch as it goes out, sending it out below your root chakra, down into the ground, allowing it to connect with Mother Earth. Allowing yourself to feel supported and rooted here in this place. Now see that she's sending loving energy back up the cord. I always see this as a golden light flowing up the cord, back into our root, up past the sacral to the solar plexus, into our heart, our throat, our third eye, to the crown. And just see as this beautiful energy overflows and surround us with this transformative, loving cocoon. All right, before I call in any visions, entities, or communications, I want to ask that Archangel Michael clears the space for all of us involved. Remove any and all the vibrational thought forms, beings, and or entities. I'll give a moment. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to invite you to go into kind of wherever you would consider to be your sacred mindscape. Could be a mind palace. I always call mine my crystalline chamber. Wherever you feel safe. If you've ever tried meditating and you kind of go to this place, it might be a meadow or by a lake, by the beach, wherever it is that you connect with that makes you feel safe and connected with your guides. And we're going to allow ourselves to be here in this space for a moment. And we're going to call in and invite a guide to make themselves known to us. We're going to ask them to show us where in our body am I holding on to the trauma and or belief that is keeping me repeating the same pattern pertaining to my finances and feeling supported. So allow them to show us, maybe scan your own body. Be aware in that space of your body. You might notice, like if you kind of look at it, you might notice a mark, maybe like a wound on your skin, or even on your physical body. In your physical state, you might start feeling kind of maybe butterflies, or like your back's starting to kind of bother you, or maybe a headache. So just be aware. You might not always see it in the vision, but you are being guided. So take a moment to just allow yourself to receive this guidance. Now, once you have identified it, where it is in the body, you have several options. You can, on your physical form, place your hands over top of the space that you find, or in this mindscape, see yourself as a different individual and place your own hands on them. Like you're gonna act as your higher self and you're gonna do a healing on yourself. Whatever resonates and connects with you most. Now when you found this wound, this spot, allow yourself to be guided as to what it needs. It's not always going to be the same for everyone. Allow yourself to be shown. Ask your guide, show me what I need to do here. Tell me how to release this. And I'm going to go ahead and instruct you on the basics of the process, and then I'm going to bring in light language as you do this work sacredly with your own guide. As you go through the process, you are going to want to clear out the energy and then make sure that you replace it with something new so that there is not an empty space there. Allow yourself to just feel into your guidance and enjoy doing this sacred work. Honda de yadova barunda sei. Om bandan de yadone ira. There's no feeling of rushing. If you've completed the work, I invite you to utilize this time to connect with your guide. Maybe ask them their name. Ask them to show and teach you something special. If you're continuing to do the healing or filling in this space, feel free to continue to do that. You can also access this space whenever you need to. If you're finding a challenge, if you're struggling to get clarity, try to release the resistance. Try to have compassion for yourself. This has been here as long as you have been alive, okay? It may take a few tries to clear it, and that's okay. It does not mean that you did not succeed. It does not mean that you are not capable. It simply means that it's something that needs a little extra effort, and that's okay. When you're ready, you can go ahead and start bringing your attention back into your physical body. Thank your guide for their assistance. And you can reconnect here in the physical. Whew. Okay. All right, I would love to know what everyone's experience was with that. Like what were you shown? Where was it shown to you in your body? What did it look like? Oh, Teresa, I'm so glad you were able to join us. My spot was in my body. It's not what I expected. Exactly. So this is one of the really important things, and that I've become very passionate about, is to teach and train how to really be more flexible with understanding and to do this type of self-healing, because it's not usually what we think it is. We usually think it's something entirely different, and then that's why we haven't been able to clear it. That's why we haven't been able to move through it and move past it, because we keep thinking it's one thing when in fact it's something entirely different. I had started doing quantum energy healings on myself, and I was very astounded with the things that I started seeing that I would never have guessed were actually the blockages, were actually what was coming up for me. And this has made me even more passionate about teaching others to do this. This is the reason why, and I'll go ahead, like shameless plug, for those that haven't seen the post, I'm releasing the Creatrix Code program that's going to launch in January. And in this program, I'm actually going to take whoever is called through the process of learning how to connect into those higher realms, start working in the dreamscape space, so that you can start like programming your dreams for energy healing, for working with the guides, for doing that kind of stuff. Learning how to do this type of quantum healing and be very, very intentional for yourself to clear stuff, but then also to be able to be a practitioner for others. So if someone's interested in joining that, that's 50% off right now for Black Friday. If anyone feels called to that. So my stomach started growling, so I went with that. You know, it's interesting how the body will communicate. I have a lot of trauma in my stomach. You know, and it's interesting too, if you find that you're holding, or you struggle with certain things. Like in the past, I used to really struggle with IBS. And I have inheritance from my ancestral lineage goes back to William Wallace, and he was disemboweled. And I remember as a child, I used to tell my friends that I was going to die as a martyr, that I would be killed for my beliefs. And they would be like, what? I remember that. And now, as I'm older, I realize that it's actually because that had happened. I'm not saying I was William Wallace, but like we can't really differentiate between ancestral inherited memories and trauma and like individual, if it was like our lifetime or not. And it's not really relevant. It doesn't matter, right? If it's living in our body, it just needs to be cleared. So if you have certain things like that, that's like constantly coming up, and we're actually going through that with the Witch's Wound workshop, where it's like certain things come up in the body as physical manifestations, and it has to do with how we were persecuted and the type of persecution. So it's all kind of symbols and signs as to what's going on deeper and more energetically. I had immense heat on the place of healing. That's amazing. I love that, Allison. Caitlin says, wow, I could have been. You know, and that's something I've thought about. Like, people will be like, well, I was Cleopatra. No, I was Cleopatra. And the thing is that souls split into like soul streams, where it's not what people think with like a twin flame, where it's like the exact same soul having the like parallel experience. Where soul streams are like, if we think about like, it's like roots, right? The organism of the universe is growing. So as the roots stretch out and expand, it's like new branches on a tree, right? So the soul turns into those soul streams. And so one person could have started out as William Wallace, and then, you know, that spread out into multiple different soul experiences. So I love that. Black Friday deals have been posted. They are now available. I want to say Millionaire's Code and Witch's Wound are both 75% off. So if you have been wanting either one of those, now is the time. Unlock Your Magic is only $9. I'm trying to remember. And then I released specials for Voxer coaching with me. It's unlimited Voxer for like $2 something. It's like they're all 50% off. So it's like super, super crazy prices to get unlimited access to chat with me on Voxer when things come up. And then there's like other options if you want to have a call included in that, or then like weekly calls plus quantum energy healing sessions like what I did. That's available too. So there's 3 different packages. Does anyone need information about any of that stuff, about Creatrix Code, about the new Oracle deck, oh my gosh, or about the Black Friday specials? If you do, can you just say like Creatrix Code, I want to activate my like psychic gifts, or Black Friday specials, or Oracle deck? Let me know, and I will get you that information that you need. Did anyone learn the name of their guide while they were inside their mindscape? Did that information get shared with you? Were you able to figure that out? During that session, I cried. When I was crying, I felt my guide and their energy encircling mine. It was calming. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Iveta. That Oracle deck has been a lot of work. I did all the designs myself. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing that. It's a lot of work to design like all of it. Finding the printer, like going back and forth with them on all the specs, and writing the booklet. It's a lot. It's a big, big undertaking, but I'm so proud of myself. That it's been like one of my biggest dreams. And that's a reminder, anyone who hops into Creatrix Code, I just need a deposit. We start in January, so I just need a deposit today of $222. That's it. And then anyone who hops into that and says, yes, I definitely want to do that and learn, like, we're going to go deep. We're even going to work on telepathy and like mind reading and things like that. So we're going to pair off and have partners, and there's like different lessons and different things for us to practice with that. Programming our dreams, how to do the quantum, like it's going to be like, this is like top level stuff. I always feel a blockage on my crown and third eye. It's crazy pressure that feels. Perfect, Vera. So hopefully you were able to try to find them here. Okay, perfect. But yeah, anyone who comes into Creatrix Code will also get an oracle deck. So that's going to be like kind of like your gift for like hopping in to that container. So if anyone else needs information about Creatrix Code and wants to like go like deep, go far into that that realm of things and learn, I will say I have had some of the most profound and biggest shifts since I have started actually utilizing the quantum healing for myself. I don't even know why I wasn't doing that. And it wasn't until another energy healer was like, have you been doing these for yourself? And I was like, no, because, you know, we kind of get stuck in this idea that, well, I need someone else to do that for me. And that's really just not true. We just need to learn the right way to do it. And so by being able to do those sessions for myself, it has been like quantum leap time just in the last couple of weeks. The amount of knowledge shifts, blockages I've removed, it's just been insanely transformational. And so I'm very passionate to be able to teach others this technique and how to do this so that they can do it for themselves and for others, and they can start being a quantum energy healer. We all have this innate ability and this gift, but a lot of times people just don't know how to use it or what to use it for, what it looks like, how to go through that process. So if you're in that space and you're like, oh man, you know, I do want to learn this, then that program is definitely what you're looking for. And again, if you want information, just say Creatrix Code. Does anyone have any other questions about what we did today, or want to share any other like amazing, magical, exciting things that happened during that activation and clearing? I want to know if did anybody learn their guide's name? I don't think I saw that. I keep having to look over my computer because I can't see comments here. But did anyone learn their guide? Like who the guide was, what their name was? We had a lot of fun yesterday with one of my one-on-ones. I went in to do a little bit of quantum healing with her, and one of her guides was there, and he was one that had shown up to her in a dream. And I was able to, she's like, what is his name? I was able to get that, and we're like Googling, we're trying to like figure out. So Yodi, the Creatrix Code is going to be a group container where I will be going live, and I'm going to have weekly classes, and then you're going to have like lessons and projects. We're all going to have a partner as well to be able to work with, because as we kind of move forward, we're going to be trying to project into each other's dreams. We're going to be working on assignments where it's like I draw a shape and then the other person is like guessing like what shape is it, and we're going to work on that telepathy connection. So it's going to be a group. So it should be really, really fun. His name is it Mai or May? And then Shetty. That's cool. Mine, I met a few, gosh, and I had another one. I'm just remembering this now, that I had a dream that I met one, and I know I asked for their name and they gave it to me, and now like I don't even remember. Because that's what, again, I've been with these practices that I want to teach in Creatrix Code. I've been programming my dreams. And so like I've been having all these like energy healings and all this kind of stuff in my dreams. And now I'm like, oh man, it's becoming so normal. It's like I'm kind of like, okay, cool, whatever. Like I haven't been like taking down notes as much as I should, but that just reminds me. So I'm like, I have to go back. I know I have one named Kai. I met him a long time ago. One of my guides is Ashwatthana. That was a fun discovery. I know my higher self is Thea. So yeah, so we're gonna do all that kind of stuff in Creatrix Code. So yeah, No other questions or comments? Perfect. Okay, awesome. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on and doing this sacred work together, bringing your energy here for me to tap into, for us to share with the collective. I am going to recommend that you go ahead and do kind of like just a little bubble around you. Make sure to cut any energetic cords that we might have intermingled during this work together. I'm going to do that for myself as well. It's always really important to do after kind of energy clearing, energy healing. Wasn't going to say anything because I've never called a guide. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so sorry, I got distracted, but yeah, awesome. So clear your energy, allow yourself to cut any ties, and allow yourself some grace and time to integrate this. And if you have any questions about Creatrix Code, any of the Black Friday specials, or the one-to-one work with me, let me know. You can send me a DM, or you can comment or post on this thread, and I'll get you the information. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will talk to you soon. Namaste.